Thinking about buying a starter home in Ventura County, but want to know how much it costs? Stay tuned to find out. What is up, everyone? It's Brian Castro with callcastro.com and eXp Realty, and today we're talking about what it takes to buy a starter home across the county. There's going to be a lot of caveats in this video because not everyone has the same situation. A bigger down payment or a smaller down payment will change things. A better interest rate might be available if you have really good credit, or a worse interest rate if you have bad credit. We are not talking about 55 plus communities, which are typically more affordable. We are not talking about affordable housing. We're going to be specifically looking at homes that a typical FHA buyer with 3.5% down looking at their first property might be looking at. So if you find yourself outside of this range and discouraged, don't be. Talk to your real estate agent, talk to your lender, and let's see if we can find something for you, because there are more affordable ways to do stuff. This is just a ballpark. And when we're giving these numbers, we're also going to be including income requirements, which will include a roughly 3 times your mortgage as income, which is normally the standard, but again, there are exceptions, especially if you have really low debt. So before we get too frustrated and get too much into the nitty-gritty, please keep in mind this is a rough ballpark of information, and if you talk to us, we can probably get you something more precise and possibly get you a much better deal. So first up, we're going to talk about manufactured homes across the county. What's really cool about manufactured homes is that the price stays affordable pretty much no matter where you go across the county. You can find very affordable homes in almost every city and almost every community. So you're not limited like you kind of are with houses and sometimes with condos. When looking at manufactured homes, there's going to be a land lease, and that's going to make the biggest difference in your payment. So you'll notice some communities will have manufactured homes very affordably, but they have very high land leases, or there will be very expensive manufactured homes that very often have much lower land lease. So the price is a little bit arbitrary, but in most of my examples, to have a pretty confident budget that you can pretty much guarantee get the home, you're going to need in the neighborhood of around $2,300 a month. Again, that's with the FHA and the 3.5% and all those numbers we talked about initially. And you're going to need about $14,500 down, give or take. Again, it's flexible. So overall, if you have an income as a household of around $6,900 a month, or around $42 an hour combined, you should be good to go. We can probably get you something pretty decent. So when we start talking condos, we have the same kind of problem with HOA fees really changing the amount that you're going to pay, and it's going to really change the price of the homes. But overall, as kind of a general rule, you're going to be looking around $450,000 for a starter condo. That's going to cost you around $3,100 a month, and that's going to require around $31,000 down. To afford that, you're going to need a household income of around $9,300 a month, or around $56 hourly. So then for the last group, we've got houses. Now, houses are going to be very different from the first two groups because there isn't necessarily an HOA, and the price varies much more based on the city. So if you're looking at a starter house, you're probably looking at Oxnard, maybe Santa Paula, maybe Fillmore across the county, but most folks typically look around Oxnard because it's more central. To get a starter home, you're looking around $650,000, which again, I know is an increase, but there's not necessarily an HOA, which can really help. So to get a starter house in Oxnard, you're looking around $650,000, which is around $4,200 a month and around $41,000 down. To get that, you would need a household income of around $12,600 monthly, or around $76 hourly. So overall, what do you think? Tell me what your opinion or what your experience buying homes was down below. I would love to hear if you think these numbers are completely crazy, if you think they're about on point, and if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, you know what to do. Call Castro. And for those of you that I know that are watching this video and are discouraged, okay, still reach out. because there are a lot of programs, especially for low income and for 55 plus and for all kinds of other exceptions. So don't take this video as kind of like defeat or as anything negative. It's just a starting point, and wherever you're at in your home buying or selling process experience, there's a lot of things we can do to help you out. So if you need anything else, call Castro, and I'll talk to you guys soon.